Hi, my name is Lori Gift, and in this video I'm going to talk about base coating, antiquing, and the products to use. This is what the final piece will look like. However, this video only covers the antiquing step of the 3 snowmen. Step 1 is you want to prime. The primer that I really love is called Kimple Bisque Primer. You do have to order it over the internet, and the best website that I have found is called Ann's Ceramics. So that's annceramics.com. The brush that you want to use to prime is a square brush, and you just want to make sure that it's very soft and doesn't have any kind of roughness to it at the end. So as you feel it, it should be perfectly smooth. So I'm going to first prime my bisque. Step 2 is to add a color to your ceramics, or it's called a base coat. When you're antiquing, you can either do a white, or I'm going to be doing a cream color. You want to add this color to the entire piece, and again 2 coats. Make sure that you do 2 coats. Okay, so I primed and base coated the entire piece, and so now we're ready to do the antiquing part. You can antique in any color. You often see items antiqued in brown, and what I will do is on the back, we'll go ahead and antique the Papa Snowman in brown, so you can get an idea of what brown looks like. And I've struggled with antiquing until I stumbled upon this product here. It's called Kimple Colors. It's in little words here, intense translucent. The brush that you want to use, you don't want to use the square brush anymore. You want to use just a brush. I mean, it could have a square point or pointy, it doesn't really matter. It's more you want to use the brush that's going to fit the piece. Kimple Colors will dry really fast on here, and then I always feel really rushed. So I love this product here. It's a drying extender. And this will give you more time. I'm going to just dip my brush in it and just very lightly coat. Then I'm going to dip it in the lid. This is full strength. You can see it's pretty dark. Once you have it covered, you're going to wipe back or pull back. Basically, you're removing the color. And I use a paper towel. A lot of times I end up getting it over the pieces that I don't want if I'm doing things in different color. I'm not very good at this. Kind of make a mess. I'm going to switch over to a rag. I'm going to dip into a little bit of this extender. Try this some more. It's a little bit. You can see it's removing more of it too. Like I said, I kind of struggle with the antiquing part of it. I don't find it to be that easy on pulling. It's the pulling back part that I kind of struggle with. Now you can see here that this has pulled back more color than here. And this is an example of what I struggle with. And so I'm going to get my cloth wet with this drying extender. And I'm going to dip it in there. And I'm just going to try to rub it and hopefully get it to match. So next I'm going to make a wash. with the brown. So you can see that that just produced a softer antiquing. It's still the brown, but it is much softer. So depending upon the look that you want, if you want the darker, this is full strength, will definitely give you a darker antiquing. And then if you want softer, just add a lot of water to it, what I would call a wash, and it's going to give you a softer look. And that was actually pretty easy to pull back. I didn't feel rushed, and it turned out pretty even. I'm going to make a light purple wash. So my little paint here thing is full of the color and a lot of water in it. Cover it, and I'm going to work one area at a time. Oh, that was too much water. Big drip there. If you do make mistakes, you'll just have to go back over with your base coat color. I got too much on my paintbrush, so it ran. Cover up the scarf. I'm rubbing pretty hard here. Even though there was a lot of water in it, it did take the color pretty intensely. I'm having a hard time rubbing it back. I'm going to add some of that drying extender to this, and hopefully I'll be able to pull back some more of the color. And yeah, that's helping. I didn't want it quite that dark. Next I'm going to do the Mother Snowman in a pink wash that I've made. So again, put a little bit of the drying extender on my, just kind of touch it. And already it's wiping back a lot nicer. Even this big drip before, if I get it wet with the drying extender, gets it wet and can actually pull it pretty much all the way back. So I'll keep working that. So as I was saying, there are other products that if you Google other YouTube videos, they'll recommend others to white back. And Kimple does have an antique media, it's called, that is, the intent of it is to use to white back. But I found that it doesn't really work that well. Not as good as this other drying extender. And then they also will talk about using distilled turpentine. And again, I have found that it hasn't really helped for me. So I don't really use either one of these products. And the one that I have found to be really nice is this drying. I've made a wash of teal, and that's what I'm going to use to antique the middle snowman cheek area. And so this is it. This is what the finished piece looks like in the antique stages. So this is what the final piece looks like. If you want to see how I did this, you can watch how to use Kimple Translucent. And thank you for watching. I hope it was informative.